Welcome to the Beyond the Sound podcast. Here at Beyond the Sound, we explore and discuss music and arts happenings in the Salvation Army Northwest Division, serving Washington State, Northern Idaho, and Western Montana. I am your host, John Opina, Divisional Music and Gospel Arts Director, and this is episode 17, and we have a special guest joining us today, and I'll let her introduce herself, where she's from, and yeah, so take it away.
Yep, I'm Caroline Wajda. I am from upstate New York. Just recently got the position of Assistant Divisional Music Director out here in the Northwest Division.
Yeah, where are you from upstate New York? There's a lot of cities up there.
Yes, I'm from Schenectady.
Schenectady.
Yes, it's like 20 minutes outside of Albany.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think many people will know on this side coast.
Well, now they know.
Yeah, now they know. Let's see. I think I know of a couple officers who have been up there. Mike and Kathy Himes.
Yep.
Do you know them?
Yep.
What other officers are up there in your time?
They were honestly there for most of my time, so.
Okay.
Yeah, they were there for like eight or 9 years. So.
Yeah, they were the officers in charge at Asbury when I was there before. Oh, I can't remember who replaced them at Asbury, but yeah, I know them well. Okay, so yes, this is Caroline Wajda, and she is the new Assistant Divisional Music and Arts Director. And so she just started, like literally last week. How long have you been in town now?
Starting last Monday. It's Tuesday now, so a week and a day.
Yeah, so she's just been in the Northwest, and I think she's gotten all the weather.
Yes.
Minus the snow.
Yes. Yep.
So the first couple of days you were here, I think it was a little dreary.
Yep.
And then we had like 2 days of sun, and then yesterday was just disgusting.
Yeah.
So this is the Northwest. They're like middle school, high school relationships. Like it just messes with your emotions.
Yep.
You know, like one day is great and you're like, oh, I love this. And then the next day is like, I just want to sit inside and cry.
What are we doing here? Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't we start off with a little bit of like your background? Obviously, you've gone to the Salvation Army in Schenectady, but let's expand on that a little bit more and just give our listeners a chance to get to know you a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm a sixth-generation Salvationist, and I grew up going to a Corps, like I said, Schenectady, which is very blessed to have a strong music program. And I was involved in pretty much everything the Corps had to offer musically, as well as just in the community, divisional groups, music camp, Star Search, all of that. So I was very blessed to have that. And that strong leadership really shaped my love for music and ministry. So.
Nice. Do you have any specific leaders in mind?
Yes. One that comes to mind is Eric Jones.
Eric Jones.
Yes.
Who's he?
He is our DMD in Empire State. So all through my growing up years, he was there. Goes to Schenectady Citadel. Been there for 30.
Yeah, he's been there for a while, yeah?
Yeah.
I think he's the longest tenured.
He very well could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Eric Jones.
Yeah, shout out Eric Jones. He's a nice guy.
He's a great guy.
I like Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's a good, his big thing is like choir, isn't it?
Choir, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been there for a long time. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And he's only 20 years old, so it's pretty great.
He's only 20.
Yeah, very impressive.
What kind of, can you expand a little bit on like your music background? Like,
yes.
Kind of like what you play and what you're into now and stuff like that?
Yeah, I started off on cornet, like most people, I would say, in the Army. So when I was 3 years old, I think I kind of just took it up.
3?
Yep, 3 years old. And then cornet, and then piano at 11, and then composition shortly after that.
Okay. If I remember correctly, you have a number of siblings.
Yes.
Is that correct?
There's 7 of us.
7?
Yes.
Is your family like really big into the Bible? Because like 7 is like, it's a big number in the Bible.
They must be. Yeah.
Yeah, they had one. Like, oh, I can't.
Yep.
And then they had 3. It's like, oh, it's too close to the Trinity.
Exactly.
And then said, okay, well, let's go to 7.
Yep. At least it's not 40.
Yeah. Yes. What's your favorite instrument? Piano or cornet?
Man, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I would say, honestly, piano.
Okay.
Just kind of a special place. You know, I was the only one in my family to play piano. Kind of like the first to venture out of the brass tradition,
Yeah.
I guess. So, yeah, piano is just very special to me.
Okay. And then I think you said you majored in composition?
Yes, I
In
majored
college?
in music composition. I went to Wheaton College in Illinois. So just graduated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little rival of Asbury. Go
Yeah.
Eagles. Do you even know your mascot?
Let me think.
Oh, see, that's a no.
Thunder
Wheaton, what
something.
are you teaching your students? I'm just joking.
Listen.
So you majored in composition. What was kind of like your final recital?
Yes. So the final sort of project that I did, basically I got just a bunch of, my closest friends, 40 or 50 people involved, and just played
a lot of friends.
Some music, Yeah.
I assume they performed your music.
Yes. It was about 40 minutes worth of original works. Yeah, that got me a degree, so thank you. Thank you, everyone who's involved.
What was your favorite piece in that
gosh.
recital?
Man, well, that's like asking who your favorite kid is, right? I think
I have one.
They're all
No, I'm just joking.
they're all kind of special in their own way. Maybe Tranquility. It's one I wrote kind of more recently. It's kind of a personal piece to me. So
Is that a piano piece or is it a band ensemble piece?
that is a band piece. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know and haven't been following us or the Northwest Brass for a couple years, we did a program in May of 24 where we featured compositions by all female composers and arrangers. We had Dorothy Gates on the program. We had my wife on the program, Catherine. We had some friends from the UK and Australia on the program. But our main title piece, Sovereign of the Sea, was written by Caroline Wajda. Do you recall much about that piece?
Yes. That piece is also very special to me. It was kind of one of the first pieces that I kind of put together for band. It was also very personal because it was inspired by my family of origin, just with like the whole seafaring theme and such. So yeah.
So it's like your family from the ocean?
Yeah, we're all from the ocean out here. No, my grandmother's father was a sailor, and so just a lot of those sea melodies kind of have a special place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what were some of the main tunes that you use in there, if you remember?
Yeah, I believe the first one is Jesus, Savior, Pilot Me, and then Lead, Kindly Lay, and then it ends with kind of a triumphant arrangement of Channels Only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that piece. It was that was a good concert. That was probably one of our better ones we've done since I've been here.
You're welcome.
Yes, well, thank you. Yeah. But you've also done some stuff on some major works on piano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I started piano when I was about 11. And one of the first kind of projects that I did was transcribe Vitae Aeternam by Paul Lovett Cooper for piano. Don't really know why. Just kind of felt like doing it, I guess. Played it, Star Lake Music Camp. And yeah, that was kind of the first venture into that whole world. Yeah.
Let's see. My wife and I were on staff at Star Lake. Was it 2013 and 14? Were you there then? Do you remember that?
My first year was 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel old. That's not great.
Yeah.
Okay. I think your brother was there though, Daniel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do they only play brass as well? And do they still play?
Yes. Well, we've all kind of had to learn in some way, shape, or form I don't know if the oldest ones still play. You know, that's really their choice at this point. But definitely the younger ones are still on that grind.
So older, does that include Daniel?
I think Daniel still plays. I'm not
Okay.
gonna out him.
Oh, well, I guess I don't know how. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think I only know of you and Daniel.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
because he played flugel in the New York staff band for a couple years, maybe I can't remember.
Yes, he was in the band I think for about 7 years. So he went from solo cornet, kind of moved up in that row, and then flugel.
Okay.
Eventually,
Yeah.
yep.
I remember my second season with the staff band. They had me on the front bench, and after like a month, I just told Ron, I'm like, "Hey, I can't do this. This is way too hard."
We need more people like you in that band.
It was just like it's too much work.
Right.
I mean, like Gordon's a beast, Derek Lance is a beast, Lori Laidlaw is a beast, and then there's just me. So I was like, I don't belong up here.
Humility is a virtue.
But then I got to sit next to Chris for the remainder of the season.
Yep.
And Chris Ward, and that was fun. He's a good player and a good guy.
Great.
So,
Yep.
Okay, so we always have top 3 things that we always do. What are your top 3? Oh, hold on. No, we'll keep going. What are your top 3 band pieces?
All right, top 3 band pieces. My top one is going to be "Glory of Jehovah" by Dorothy Gates.
Okay.
Second one, "Music of the Spheres" by Philip Spark. Just played that at NABA. Shout out CBB. And then
that's Chicago Brass Band,
correct.
not
Yes.
Cascadia Brass Band
Yes.
or anything else.
Thank you for the clarification. Then "Resurgam" by Eric Ball.
Okay.
Yes.
So just about to ask this because I think one of the videos, either on YouTube or your Facebook, you were playing a piano transcription of Resurgam.
Yes.
Did you do that on your recital?
I did that for just kind of like an open recital, I guess, on piano, but yeah.
Yeah. So Resurgam is my number 1 piece. I just love that piece.
Yeah.
It's so good. And my favorite recording, still to this day, is I think the 94 or 96 ISB recording. Partita's on there. Clear Skies is on there by David Dawes. I remember, were you even alive then? No.
2003 is when I
Oh
was
my,
born.
my heavens. Okay, so CDs aren't really big for you. You don't even know what those are, and that's okay.
Correct.
But I remember like just wearing down that CD. I would listen to it hours on end.
Yep.
So Resurgam is definitely one. Light of the World is another.
Yep.
And a third one, gosh,
Sovereign of the Sea.
you're just subliminally. I would say Clear Skies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was foolish enough to play it once.
Okay.
Not like that version, but the published version. And even then, I didn't do that good. What other? So other than Vitae Aeternum and Resurgam, what other like brass band transcriptions have you done for piano?
Yeah, Vitae was the first, and then I believe Fire in the Blood came after that.
Okay.
Yep. And then Resurgam, trying to think. Essence of Time was kind of the most recent one.
Have you Facebooked?
Shine as the Light as well, yeah.
Okay. Have you done that on Facebook or YouTube? Do you have a
Essence of
YouTube
Time?
before I keep?
Yes, I do
Okay.
have a YouTube channel. It's just my name. Go subscribe.
Okay. Little plug in there.
Little plug, yep.
How does Vitae go again?
You want me to sing it?
Sure.
No, I'm not going to
Is
do
it
that.
the?
Yeah.
You know, there was another person who did a transcription of that. Like,
Yes, James Allen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was that like your inspiration?
Yes. Yeah. Shout out James Allen.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he plays that much anymore. I think I just saw a video of him on Facebook actually playing.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But I'm not sure if he does much music
Yeah.
these days, which is kind of a shame because he was a really good musician and probably still is, even though he probably doesn't play much. Fire in the Blood.
Yep.
I remember, so for my master's work, I did this whole theory breakdown and how I would rehearse, with the band, that piece. And the bookends are pretty much the same.
Yep.
The beginning and the middle isn't that difficult. And as I was looking at the score, it's actually not that hard of a piece. There's just a lot of notes, and I think people get really scared. And they probably get mostly scared at the tempo, right? Because I think it's like 150 something, 160 something. I can't remember. And the notes themselves aren't that complicated, except for when it returns to the beginning and it goes in that cut time, and then the solo cornets are just flying off the page with the euphoniums. But other than that, like a lot of the stuff is just running eighth notes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I remember when we started that last year with Note Does Brass. Unfortunately, we weren't able to continue it just because of personnel changes. And when we took it apart like that, worked section to section, like became a lot more manageable. How did you do that with piano?
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about like Fire in the Blood, Vitae, even Shine as the Light, I think just like the bass line and then like a melody, like it's very structured in that way. Versus like Resurgam, it's a lot more complex, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fire in the Blood, definitely kind of straightforward, like you said, just kind of like a bass line, eighth notes, sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I really miss the kind of writing from like the Resurgam era.
Yeah.
Right? Like, was that the mid 50s, 60s, earlier? They're just like the harmonic tension, the harmonic structure is a lot more dense than it is now. And then, you played with the Chicago Brass Band, and I just watched and listened to the European Brass Band Championships. I'm not sure why I said that like that. European
Coconut.
Yeah. And like that music is really hard.
Yeah.
But that's all it is. Like there doesn't seem to be a lot of like harmonic nuance or like thickness, like it's like my thinning head of hair. Like it's there.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, it's there, but it's just like, what, that's nice.
Well, that's the nice thing about, I think, especially that era of Army music. It's like very complex, but obviously it's not just the notes, right? Like there's a deeper meaning behind it. So
yeah. So as a composer, where do you fall on the list of like, or on the spectrum of like that kind of old school writing, or like more the new school, not necessarily new school, but kind of like the PLC kind of style?
I think, I'm obviously still growing, but definitely take a lot of inspiration from the older school kind of era, just in terms of, the structure and kind of like having an idea for a piece rather than just like, oh, it's an opener, it's a fanfare.
Oh, sure.
Right? Like Tranquility was kind of like that, kind of tells a story through the piece. But yeah, I think I'm always learning new things, like having mentors like Dorothy Gates and Peter Graham. Definitely a blessing to have. So.
What comes first, the melody or like a bass line?
Like the idea, yeah. I don't know. I guess it kind of depends, right? So the way I kind of write, the idea for a piece, right? It just kind of comes, this is what I want it to be like. And then from that, you kind of develop like, maybe if you want to use a tune in there, maybe develop a motif, something like that. So,
when did you first start composing?
2020, I want to say.
Okay, I'm a big like Eric Whitacre fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I wish like, this didn't get me in trouble, but whatever. I wish like choral music in the Army was better. And so I've had an idea of like writing Psalm 23 in like the style of Eric Whitacre, and I haven't gotten past measure 2. So that's about, yeah. So
going.
yeah,
Keep going.
that's my compositional
Yep.
contribution to the Salvation Army is 2 measures
It's great.
of the Lord is, and that's it.
It's beautiful.
So, okay, what are your top 3 hobbies?
Okay. This is going to be pretty boring, but playing music, writing music, listening to music, repeat,
Okay. What kind of music do you listen to?
Oh, man. Resurgam,
Just that one on repeat over and over?
Yep.
So what you're saying is you listen to a lot of like EDM
Yeah.
rap music.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think that would be cool, like a cool like fusion
Yeah.
with Resurgam. I'm not sure how that would work.
Reggae.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh, I love me some reggae.
Yep. Let's make it happen.
Okay, so do you have anything not music related that you like to do?
I drive a lot, I've been driving a lot since I've been here. I drove to get here, Kind
Yeah,
of.
the sad part is a lot of traffic.
There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, it's like, 'cause I think you're only like 12 miles from here to DHQ, and it probably takes like 45 minutes.
Yeah, an hour for me because I drive kind of crazy. So
Wait, crazy would mean fast.
I just get distracted, I write a lot of music in the car, so
You write a lot of music in the car?
yeah. I've always got my laptop open in the passenger seat, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Sarah, don't listen to this. Sarah Maxwell, please don't
Yeah,
listen to
probably
this.
shouldn't have said that.
I get that. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll get
There's no time. That's all the time I have.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like have my voice memos on my phone, and if I get an idea, I'll just pull it up and
Whip the cornet out.
just sing like a melody in there.
Yeah.
And then I listen to it back to it. I'm like, ooh,
What was I thinking?
yeah. One, I hate my voice. Two,
Yeah.
like that's not a great melody. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how large Empire Division is. But our division spans 3 states. So we have Washington State, Northern Idaho, and then Western Montana. We're going to go to the eastern side of Washington over the next couple of days as we go down to Walla Walla. And then in the summer, you'll get a chance to go up to Spokane. And, while we're there, we might go to the Croc Center in Idaho. You'll have to find your own time to go to Montana because that's far. That's far. I think it's like 12 hours, from here. So, yeah, do you know how long it is from east to west or north to south for an Empire?
Well, New York is kind of divided into 2 divisions. So, like, the upstate part is Empire, and then downstate is GNY. So,
Yeah, Greater New York, yeah.
Because
Where's the cutoff from north to south?
maybe White Plains, maybe Spring Valley.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then everything north of that is Empire?
Yeah. I really don't know my direction, so I'm just going to say yeah.
This is great.
I studied music, okay?
But there's direction in music.
Well, up and down. I don't know.
Yeah,
Left
okay.
and right.
Now I get it. Okay, we're going to pause for a quick sponsor. And this is brought to you by Alani Energy Drink. I have Blue Slush. And what do you have?
Got some lime slush.
Lime Slush.
Yep.
200 milligrams of caffeine. And the word caffeine has a cross at the end of it. That is sanctioned by the church. I'm just joking. I'm sure that means drink carefully so you don't meet Jesus after drinking this. But only 10 calories.
Oh,
Here
there
we
you
go. This is cheers to you. Oh, yeah. That's not bad. I think I prefer the cherry slush.
You said it was too sweet.
It is, but this is like, I could taste the non-sugar in this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I still prefer Monster. Monster, I still love you. Okay. What are this is a question I proposed to you earlier
Oh, gosh.
in our thing, but what are your top 3 foods?
Top 3
I love
foods. Okay. All right, let's think. I want to say pizza, right? Because it's like New York pizza.
Okay,
classic,
what,
staple.
like what kind?
Cheese. Yeah.
Cheese
You can't go wrong. You don't need anything else on it. Come
Okay.
on.
All right. Okay. That's
All
fair.
right, so we're gonna go cheese pizza, thin crust, chicken wings, number 2.
Okay.
Then a
Like
bit-
from anywhere or
No. We gotta go Buffalo Wild Wings.
okay.
Yeah.
Those are like the worst wings on the planet, but that's all right.
All right, and then moving on from that, let's just go steak. Yeah.
Like at home?
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
Air fryer.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Air fryer?
Flip it. Yep.
Is this a college trick? Is that how you learned to do that in college?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better than ramen. Okay.
What? Ramen's delicious. I mean, I like steak too,
Okay.
but ramen's a lot cheaper
Right.
than
right,
steak.
right.
Invest in like a good stainless steel pan
Okay.
and then get like some butter, some sage, some rosemary, garlic,
Okay.
the stuff you can't put in
My
an air
first
fryer.
paycheck. It's gone.
Yeah, there you go. I love steak. What, do you have a favorite cut of steak?
Ribeye.
Ribeye? Okay. My wife is partial to filet mignon, which I can't blame
Bougie.
her.
Yeah.
I like the steak that I can afford and eat.
Yep.
That's
Chuck roast.
yeah. And you can make there's a guy on TikTok where if you buy like the whole chuck roast from like Costco, he'll like carve it up because there's like a round or something in
Yep.
the chuck that you could use as a steak. But yeah, I like New York steak, New York strip. I like cuts that are like really fatty and like really marbleized.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Why? What does that mean? No, I'm kidding. It's a lot more flavor. Like flank steak is pretty good.
Yep.
Like top sirloin is like my least favorite, I think, just because there's just no flavor.
Right.
I think personally. There's a place here in the Northwest called Pagliacci's Pizza. It is pretty good. It is by far the best pizza out here, I think.
So what kind of pizza is out here? Because New York, obviously.
So
thin
there's
crust.
there's a company called Brooklyn Brothers Pizza. They're in there's one in Everett. I think they have another location. They are pretty close, but their prices are also ridiculously expensive. But yeah, they're pretty close. Other than that, we have like the typical Papa John's, which they were good prior to whatever changes they made to their sauce. Now it's like a spaghetti sauce, I think, on their pizza, and it's not great. And then there's Domino's, which I like their wings. Domino's. Little Caesars has pretty good wings. I could care less for their pizza, but yeah. They're at the training college, there's a place called Nicky's and in the East. And we would go there quite often for pizza. And that was pretty good. Do you have a favorite place in New York?
For pizza?
Yeah, for pizza.
Gotta go Pizza King, Schenectady, New York. Yep.
Pizza King.
Yep.
What are some things you miss food-wise from over there? Besides Pizza King?
Besides the pizza, there's pretty good coffee out there. It's not Starbucks, but
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts, I miss it so much.
Yeah, I understand. It's not the same out here.
Yeah.
It's there's something
it's
about
not
like
even out here, so
that is correct. There are no Dunkin' Donuts in
the state of
the
Washington.
state of Washington. Actually, so down on Aurora, there is a donut shop that I think it's called Aurora Donuts. At some point in its not too distant past, that used to be a Dunkin' Donuts. And so if you go there, they still have a lot of the same decoration and like color scheme inside, but it is not the same. It is pretty gross, actually.
Yeah.
So don't go there. Aurora Donuts. I am sorry. I love donuts, but you are not it.
Not getting a sponsor.
No, not it. Okay. I remember, I think one of my favorite pizzas is like a chicken parm.
Yep.
That's always good.
Classic.
Yeah. No, cheese would be classic.
Right. I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's continue.
Okay.
So you've been here for about 7 days.
Yes.
Ish. What are your first impressions so far?
Well, everything's very green, besides the gray.
Yeah, it's the 2 colorways here in the Northwest.
Green and gray,
Green and gray.
So, never going back to New York
Ever?
after this. Yeah, ever.
Ever?
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a choice, Hawaii would always be
Well,
number
they
one.
weren't hiring, so.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I think the one good thing about the Northwest is when it is sunny, and people go out when it's rainy. I'm not. That's not me.
Do you bring an umbrella out when it's raining?
No, that's
Oh, okay.
that's like against the law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like sacrilegious.
Okay.
Although, Seattle's not a very religious town anyway, so maybe that's not the right term to use. But, yeah, you just, people just walk around.
Politically incorrect.
Yeah. People just walk around with like barely a jacket. It's silly. But even like in Oregon, near Portland area, people don't normally use. In fact, that's like one of the easiest ways to pinpoint like a tourist
Right.
or an out of towner, is if they have an umbrella.
A Seattle hoodie.
Yeah. 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 You'll see them. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but the Space Needle is like 2 blocks up from DHQ, and a lot of tourists up there, and lots of Seattle hoodies. And you just said you were at Pike Place, right?
Yep.
A couple days ago?
Yep.
You see a lot of tourists down there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you eat anything down there?
Just the fish
The
oil.
fish.
The
Like
fish
from-
oil that
from-
splashed on me when they threw it across the thing. So,
The fish oil from the thing.
yeah. The fish market?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just threw it, yeah.
there's a pretty good Filipino place there. I think it's called Oriental Market.
Okay.
There's a Chinese place that has some really good food. I can't remember the name. There's obviously Paroshki, the bakery that's there. That's pretty good. Was Starbucks there?
Yep, there's a Starbucks.
Okay, I thought they ran out of town with the rest of them. Yeah, it's sad. So there used to be, I think, 3 Starbucks within a mile radius here at DHQ, and now there's none. So now we just have like coffee shop coffee, and none of them are good.
Yeah, gas station coffee.
I think that might be better than the coffee shops. We went to a coffee shop at the Armory a couple of days ago, or last week,
Yep.
and that was not good.
No.
That was, I think I had milk instead of like a white chocolate mocha.
Yep.
It was just, ugh.
Yeah.
And I know some other folks go to a place called The Bake Shop, which is a coffee shop. But I guess their coffee's just really expensive. I don't know. I'm spoiled. We have like our own espresso machine at home. So when I do have coffee, it's usually from home.
Yep.
So, okay. So the greenery and the grayness
Yes.
are those good first impressions?
Definitely different vibe, Can't complain.
How does it compare to New York? Because I know New York can get really humid, but that's like in the city. I'm not sure what upstate New York is like.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty extreme. So it's humid, and then it's really cold, and then it's just like kind of miserable and like slushy. So
Do you guys get like the lake effects up there in the winter?
yeah,
A lot of snow.
a lot of snow. Yeah.
Do you like the snow?
No.
Okay. It doesn't snow a whole lot here. The weather here is weird. I remember, was it around this time last year, talking about 2025, the winter, there was like, oh, it's going to be like the worst winter, like in decades. Like it's going to be so much snow. And then nothing. It did rain hard for a couple weeks, which led to a lot of flooding, which is not good. But in terms of just the overall winter forecast, quote unquote, they were pretty off. And I know you haven't met him yet, but Colonel Tim Foley is really big into weather. He actually has a Facebook thing on it. You should check it out. So, another good thing about the Northwest and just this side of the country is the amount of like national parks. So I'm not sure if you're like really outdoorsy, but there's a lot of places to hike, a lot of places to, you have Olympic National, not that far. You have the North Cascades, not that far. You have Mount Rainier, that's pretty close. So I'm not sure if you're an outdoorsy kind of person.
Yeah.
I know one of your favorite things is sports, right? You love sports.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite sports team?
Chicago Brass Band. I don't know.
Chicago Brass Sport Team. Speaking of Chicago Brass Band, where did you guys end up in NABA a couple weeks ago?
I don't remember, honestly. I think we did pretty well.
Yeah, but not number one?
Don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did the best we could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just not number one.
No.
Are you super competitive?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, so does that bug you that you guys weren't number one?
I think it would bug me more if I knew I didn't put my best effort in, but I know I did, so.
What were some of what prevented you guys from being number one?
Chris Ward.
Yeah, but he just led Five Lakes Silver Band.
Right, and they won.
Yeah, they did one, and it was like the highest score ever. I think they got like a 98 something.
98.5, I think. Yeah.
But that doesn't have anything to do with you guys.
No, you're right. It's all an excuse. Yeah.
What were just like inaccuracies in some of the playing?
Yeah, I'm sure. If you look at the judges' comments, they'll be able to kind of lay it out. But yeah.
I have like this deep-seated jealousy that's like healthy for like Chris and even Gordon, even Ron Rakes Norris, even Ed Milcrease too, who is in Pennsylvania, and they lead these outside bands. Man, I would love to do that, and it just so happens that I see these posts all the time if in like the brass band world on Facebook. Mm-hmm. They're always looking for music directors, but they're all in the UK.
Right.
It's like, oh gosh, I'm in the wrong place.
Seattle Brass Band. Let's get it started.
Yeah, there's some history there, I think. And so I think at one point there used to be one brass band, and then it split into two. So you have Puget Brass that my wife was playing in, and then I play in Brass Band Northwest, and there was a split there, and I guess it's pretty complicated because no one likes to talk about it, even though I always ask. Not because I want to rehash it. I just like
stirring the pot.
No, it's just like I'm just curious. Like what happened? But yeah, so that's awesome for you that you got to participate in Chicago Brass Band.
Yep.
And shout out to Chris Ward and Five Lakes Silver Band for winning. They're going to like the World Brass Band competition
in Switzerland, I think,
in July.
Yep.
Like that's. I know some of you folks listening, they're like, "Oh, brass banding, like that's so boring." But like, I can understand that. But on the flip side, like if you're in the brass band world, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Super jealous in a good way. What are some things that excite you about like Salvation Army music?
One of the things just about the kind of ministry is, as opposed to the contest kind of world where it's mostly performance-based, Salvation Army is also ministry-based, right? So there's always a clear message with, the music that we perform. It's not just about playing it well, although hopefully we do.
Yeah. I've had like a change of heart on this over the last year or so. I mean, longer than that, but in a conversation I had with Nathan Miller last year, who was on the podcast actually, I think he actually said this on the podcast, but like we've gotten so used to this notion of like perfectionism or like it needs to be good enough in a Sunday service. And like, I think he said we have to be okay when like with quote unquote bad performances, because that's just an offering from that person to the Lord. And I think, and as I think about that, I hate mistakes. Like I really hate them. They're inevitable sometimes, and even the best players make mistakes. But I hate them. But then like, that's just for myself. Listening to someone play or like sing, and whenever they make mistakes, I think the natural tendency for any listener is to be like, ugh. But then without realizing, like they're dismissing or invalidating like their worship offering, because it's the best that they can do. And yeah, I think that's kind of like one of the things I've had to really work on in my mind is like, God doesn't demand a perfect product. He demands like an offering, right? And who are we? I think sometimes as music leaders, we only want like the best offering without realizing there are other offerings that we can give out there, right? They talk about like in tithing, like, okay, you're supposed to give 10%, but if you can only give $1 right now, then just give it. But we don't take that in other contexts. Like, oh, if you can't play 98% of the notes right, don't do it, right? It's kind of like I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And I think, especially in the Army, where the focus isn't just performance, it's really key to keep that in mind. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's also important to know that, like, if these people have experiences where if they don't feel good enough and they're not allowed to participate, like, you're essentially telling them to stop doing whatever it is they're doing.
Right.
Right. So if we want to encourage and continue growing and developing musicians, we have to give them the space to like mess up or like perform poorly and still encourage that and like praise that, which I think it's a difficult thing to do naturally. Right. Which is why like things like Encore, Star Search, Rising Stars,
Lone Star Search.
Oh, is that
It's Texas.
Texas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Texas. I think that's why some of those things are so important, because it gives young people an opportunity to just use their gifts. It is in a competitive way, but depending on like the judges and how the competition is set up, it's really meant to be like a barometer of like, okay, well, this is where you are practically. Like, good job. Now here's ways you can improve.
Yep.
And I hope that's how most people approach things like that, and not just like berating kids or like, oh, that was awful, don't do that again. Like, oh, that's not what we want to say.
Yeah.
So, what's good and bad? Give me a highlight, like your best music moment as a performer, and then your worst music moment as a performer.
Oh gosh. Let's think. I don't know. Anytime I think I've played, just in the groups, whether it's Chicago Brass, Chicago Staff Band, there's just been very powerful moments where, we're all kind of on the same page. Even, thinking back, future All-Stars in the
like
East.
page one?
Yeah.
That's a good place to be at.
Of course.
I'm just kidding.
Same measure. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
No.
Was that what happened at NABA?
Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. No, but just everyone's kind of on the same wavelength, and it's just very special, powerful, right? And then there's just moments where you're kind of checked out, you get distracted, and you just kind of lose that feeling, right? So I would say just any moments where you kind of forget what you're doing would be kind of the downfall.
Have you yourself, though, had any of those experiences?
No, never. I think we all have. I think it's more obvious if it's like a solo kind of thing. I've definitely had, piano solos where I've just kind of blanked out, it's like, is this even what I'm supposed to be playing right now? I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
just going to keep going.
Yeah.
So,
I had it happens to me with rests.
yeah.
For some reason, like I'm not dyslexic at all, but for when I count rests, for some reason, like I skip numbers.
Yeah.
It's really strange. And so I actually just played a solo with Brassman Northwest, and I came in a measure late at the end because I added like another count. I think I added 2 twos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3. So I came in a measure late, and I remember at Boundless in 2015 when the New York Staff Band had like their lone concert, and we were playing a piece by Simon Morton, and I came in like a full measure early, and it was really apparent because the entire band comes in together, and I just blatantly came in like really loud a measure early, and yeah.
Sorry, Simon.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. But yeah, I think you bring up a good point in that when you get to like the good bands, there's not a whole lot that separates them. Like musician quality can tend to be the same or very similar. I think it's just the amount of concentration that one band can have over another is like the difference, I think.
Yeah.
And that's like top to bottom, from the conductor all the way down to, the tuba percussion section.
Yep.
I think those slight variances in like being able to focus and concentrate for the duration of the time
Yep.
is like the real difference between a 98 and whatever score that Chicago had.
97. Yeah.
97? Yeah?
I don't know.
Oh,
Let's go with that.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Last official question
Yep.
on the list is now that you're in this role as like an assistant music director, what are kind of your hopes for like music here in the division? And we'll tack on like music in the Army worldwide.
Yeah. I mean, I've already been super impressed by just the level of involvement in the division already. Even just like new things to me, like the hula group, right? Like we don't have that in New York, so that's awesome. But no, just I think meeting the needs of each individual corps, because each place is going to look different,
Yeah.
You're not always going to have the same amount of people, amount of programs. Just excited to see how things develop and developing the next generation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And any hopes for music like in the Greater Salvation Army?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of touched on this earlier. I just think it's a very unique opportunity to kind of pair together ministry and, performance music. And especially the Army, it's very unique in that, you can have anything from a march to musical theater. So it's very wide-ranging in that sense, and I think that's a positive thing,
Yeah.
all the different genres that we have, so just more of that.
And here's a plug for musical theater. Musical Theater Camp 2026 will feature the musical Finding Nemo Jr. Woo! Yeah, so that's July something, 20th, I think, to the 25th.
Yeah.
I could have those dates wrong. Finding Nemo Jr. Materials will be sent out to Core. Auditions are due by commissioning, so January 12th is
June 12th.
June 12th. Thank you. Our audition materials are due. Speaking of musicals, have you ever written a musical?
Not yet.
Is that something? Does that interest you at all?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm actually in the process of writing one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Can't tell you yet.
Can't
Come
tell.
on. Come on.
It's about the green and gray here in the Northwest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, it's very inspiring.
Very inspiring.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What else? That's all the questions I have.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to kind of talk about?
Yeah, I mean, anything you'd suggest I learn before I learn it the hard way. How to hula?
How to hula. That is not something that I can teach. Actually, I could probably teach a little bit.
Okay.
Like the koholo, your hellas and owehes. I think I could teach some of that. I think, the biggest thing as a music director and anything in ministry really is like the relationships. And this is something that Keith and I talked about quite a bit, is just like forming relationships with not only leaders, but like those in our charge, and music camp is a great way to kind of start those relationships. But really, like our divisional music and arts days and those offerings, because when I got here, there was only Northwest Brass, the adult divisional band, and the adult chorus. So in the time that I've been here, we've added the youth band, the youth chorus, the youth praise and worship team, and now the hula. And it's all really just giving people an opportunity to like discover and use their gifts. But it also gives you and me and us, like as leaders, like a chance to invest in the lives of our young people. Because I think that's one of the things that we missed in COVID. In those whatever years, it's like that intentional relationship with young people that I think we're paying the consequences of it still, right? There's not as many people like your age. That sounds really weird to say, but like your age group seems to be missing in a lot of churches, and it's not specifically an Army thing. It's just our context, but that age group, seems to be largely missing in a lot of areas, and I think that's, 5-6 years ago, they would have been teenagers, right? So to have missed that time. So I think learning how to build and develop relationships is probably my only real advice. So
great.
Yeah. If you want food advice though, so Doughzone, good dim sum. Do you like dim sum?
No idea what that is.
Okay. It's not pizza or wings.
Not interested.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's like little plates, like tapas. Do you know what tapas are?
Nope.
Like little appetizers, like
What is that?
little shareables. Little shareables. Instead of wings, it would be like a wing.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Like a wing on a
Okay.
plate. That's pretty good. So Doughzone, that's probably our favorite place. Do you like Korean barbecue?
Yeah.
There's a place down in Federal Way called I can't remember. Kumsang Kang or something like that. It's like the best barbecue place around. It's like $35, I think, for like a dinner, but it is worth every penny. And then I'm not sure if you know this, but like chicken teriyaki originated here in Seattle. Keith and I actually went on this venture for like 6 months where we tried like new teriyaki places. And the best one is north in a town called Stanwood. And they were like rated number 1, from Seattle, I think, in 25. They're actually pretty good. We like this place called Oishi's, which is in Everett. But there's a place near camp. Happy Bento, I think it's called. That place is really good.
Good
A lot
stuff.
of food for decent price. I think that's my biggest gripe with food out here. Like, it's expensive, but you also don't get a lot of it, right? It's you'll pay like $18 for a plate, and it's like not even full.
Yep.
Now, I get angry at that. Probably not many other people would.
Yeah.
I haven't found a good wings place. Please don't. You gotta venture out from B-dubs. And don't even bring up Wingstop. Like those are so bad. Just get like the Tyson bag from like Costco.
Yeah.
The Tyson, like the party wings.
Yep.
Because they actually have meat on them, right?
Yep. It's important.
Yeah. And we usually end our time with some shout outs. Now, I know you gave a shout out to Eric Jones. Is there anyone else that you want to give a shout out to?
Just my mom, thanks, Mom. All the support.
Yeah, it's like the Grammys.
Right.
Thank you, Mom.
Yep.
My shout outs would be, our Divisional Hula Halau have been pretty amazing this year. They did Aha Melee a couple of weeks ago. And just a good representation of the Salvation Army in hula ministry. And but my real shout out would be to all the leaders of our divisional groups. So Captains Jenny and Kalani Onatsuka Adams. Jenny leads our hula, and Kalani leads our youth worship team. Along with those two, we have Christiane Clement from Spokane, the other hula halau instructor. Then we have Glory Soriano, who helps lead our youth praise and worship team. Shout out to Daryl Pilgrim, who leads our Northwest chorus. And then taking over just on Saturday, Caroline Wajda with our divisional youth band. Shout out to Keith Almanza, who led in the fall. And then we also had some special guests in February. So thank you to Reese Jones, DMD in the Cascade division. So it's been a good season. We're not done yet. The youth teams are done. The adult groups are in Spokane in a couple of weeks' time. So thank you to the leaders. It would be a lonely venture without you, and I literally could not do it without you. So thank you not only to the people in those groups, but to those leaders. So, yeah. All right, well, that concludes our episode. We just want to welcome Caroline to the division and to the department. And with that, we will sign off.
Yep. Thank you.
In the heart of the rain and evergreen trees, the mountains meet the sea, a place of peace. Melodies rising like the morning mist. We gather to learn, create, and exist. Beyond the sound, beyond the stage, we lift our voices, turn the page. A symphony of love, unbound. Here in the PNW, we go beyond the sound.